My absolutely beautiful astrology friends, and welcome to your weekly horoscope for the week of April 19th, where this week in the sky, we're actually going to feel our energies take a little bit of a turn as we get just past midweek and we see Mars move into the energy of Cancer. So it's interesting. We're coming off of this week last week where there's lots of zeal, lots of gusto, lots of go, lots of put your back into what you're doing, get these things initiated. And even as we see the sun move into the energy of Taurus this week, Mercury joining as well, things are more about the steady growth right now than about that gusto energy that we had when we had everything running through Aries. So we'll talk all about that in just a minute, but we've got OPA coming up, the Organization for Professional Astrology. Hopefully you are signed up for the Conference of Great Awakening. I'm looking forward. I'll be presenting there as well. NORWAC is just around the corner. So links to both of those events are in the description box down below. And I look forward to seeing you while we Astro Conference this year. And I did also hear that ESAR will be happening in person in Colorado this year. So very exciting times coming for the Astro community. All right, my beautiful friends, let's get in here and talk about what's going on this week. So as we are coming into the week, we are going to shift right here on Monday out of the energy of Aries and officially into the energy of Taurus. So happy birthday, Taurus. I'm a fellow Taurus with you. So our season is on. We're here. We're ready to Taurus this thing. And while the sun is also coming into the energy of Taurus, we've got Mercury coming in with it. So it is a day where the light, the heat, the vitality, the motivation to Taurus, to beautify things, to be steady, to steady them, to really hold tight to what's going on is also met with Mercury coming into Taurus. So it slows the mind down, right? It's not this quick-paced moving energy that it is in Aries or in Gemini or in some of these other energies. Instead, the mind slows. We have slower, deeper, more sensual, delicious conversations about things that are going on. We are less quick to speak and a little bit quicker to listen. So the energy of Mercury coming in here with the sun as well really aligns, I think, the vibration for the season as we're coming in, which is, yeah, we're not moving so quickly anymore. We're moving intentiously. We're moving intentionally. We are carrying out the actions that our Aries energy set forth and grounding them in and making them steady. It's time to really see what we can grow here now. Now, I will say too, as we come into Taurus, we're coming into fixed energy season. And while this is great for rooting down, grounding down, really being that steady, practical, dependable, but also really deep energy, it's really great for being stubborn as well. So with Mercury and Taurus, you're going to probably be aware of some places where your mind is kind of screeching to a halt. It's like, nope, this is what I think. This is how I've been thinking. Nope, this is what I say. This is how I say this. And you can watch and kind of be mindful of where your fixed energy is a little bit too fixed. And thank goodness that these energies are coming into Taurus, joining Uranus, who is shaking and not stirring this area of our charts. So it's certainly going to be giving us a little bit something extra to think about and hopefully helping us get out of our stuck comfort zones that we've been in for quite some time. Now, as we continue on through the week, we're going to get to the 22nd, which happy Earth Day, by the way. So the 22nd, we're going to be celebrating Earth Day, beautiful in the energy of Taurus, all of that beauty of the earth, of Gaia, celebrating that we get to go outside in this season, put our feet into the earth and be with it. So really, I hope you enjoy and you're doing something beautiful for your Earth Day. And to join that energy, we've got Venus in a conjunction here with Uranus. Now, this conjunction is going to happen at 10 degrees of Taurus. When Venus and Uranus get together, I always think it's interesting because really it could be a shock to your value system. Right? Something comes along and you're presented with an opportunity, you're presented with information, you're presented with something that you've done or you've had in your life for a very long time, but now you're seeing it differently. It's almost like the balance of what you valued here is shaken up for a minute. So it encourages you to look at and to innovate this particular area. Now, the other thing that I have seen pretty consistently happen is that Venus and Uranus come together and an out of the blue romance shows up or an out of the blue love shows up. And this can look a lot of ways. Oh, I went to this thing and I just absolutely fell in love with this kind of tea. I went to this situation and I absolutely fell in love with this. I had no idea it was here. Oh my God, I'm pregnant. I mean, it can be any of these, but they're kind of an out of the blue kind of situation. Now, what I will tell you about opportunities that come under the Venus Uranus conjunction is yay, love them, celebrate them. Be mindful. We can be very impulsive. It's like, oh my God, this is just so good. It's so electric. And now I want you to have electric in your life, my friends. I want you to have all the electric your heart desires, but I also want it to be able to stay. Uranus is really famous for bringing in people, places, and things that are just here for a few minutes. Because remember, Venus is going to move on and get away from this energy. So whatever you start here, can you also sustain whatever you commit to, okay? On the 23rd, we're going to see Mercury conjunct Uranus now. So it's like bling, bling, bling. They're all coming in to get a little dose of innovation from Uranian energy this week. Now, as Mercury meets this conjunction of Uranus as well, what we're going to see is that, first of all, it's exciting. I do think that it is exciting, even though Mercury is in Taurus, so things are slowed down just a little bit. I do think interacting with Uranian energy, who is also not as comfortable in Taurus, gets very exciting. It's exciting information. It's a day of analyzing, though, because both Mercury and Uranus do like the electricity of the mind. So really analyzing, taking details in, taking things, I think, even to a higher level, because Taurus doesn't always get that credit, but Taurus is a higher level thinking. It's so steady that it's able to see things also from a little bit of an elevated perspective and a perspective of balance. So keep that in mind as you're touring through this day. What are you going to be thinking about? What do you want to take to the next level? Where are you willing to experiment in this area of Taurus that's very, very fixed? Where are you willing to experiment and play a little bit with maybe doing something different, considering something from a different perspective, maybe bringing someone else in, getting some extra eyes on something that you just couldn't see it from that perspective. So let it be a day where Venus has just pinged some Uranus, now Mercury's pinging some Uranus, that you can play, you can experience, and you can have the electric and have it be really useful, okay? As we get to the 24th, now Venus is going to get a little bit more serious because she's going to come into a square with Saturn. And as Venus and Saturn square each other, we've got Venus in Taurus, Saturn, of course, in the energy of Aquarius over here, and they're meeting their square at 13 degrees. But as they come into square with one another, Saturn says, Venus, I love you. Good to see you. Pleasure, my friend. Also, I need you to get serious over here and take down some of the rose-colored glasses. What's going on in this particular area? I need you to focus in on what we're doing and what we're trying to achieve here and really put your energy into this, because that's where we're going to get the value. So it can be an energy where Venus wants to be blissful and she wants to enjoy this electricity that's been going on. And I'm in home court. I'm at Taurus, right? And Saturn is like, yeah, but you still have to do the laundry. Right? Saturn is like, you can't just hang out. Venus can be a little bit lazy, so you could be feeling some lazy bones coming up this week. And Saturn is going to step in and put you under pressure with that square and say, yes, but we also need to be serious and take care of these things over here. So it's actually, it can be a great energy for being motivated. It can be an energy that you do feel like you have to overcome, or you have to put some extra effort into getting something done because you just want to chill and have a good time and be sensual and delicious over here. And Saturn's like, you got to go to work, so it can be that energy. So if you're experiencing that this week, one of the things to do is, first of all, remember there is plenty of joy. There is plenty of food. There is plenty of delicious. There are plenty of friends in the world. And through great discipline, we actually gain great freedom and the stable foundations to really go enjoy our playtime. So you're not going to miss out. You're not going to miss the bus of the good time in your world by taking the rose-colored glasses off, by putting in a little bit of work, doing the thing you really don't want to do, and letting that take priority for a minute. I promise you're not going to miss the bus of the good time, okay? Now, as we're closing out this particular week, we get to the 25th, and we're going to see Mercury in a square with Saturn, but we're also going to see Mercury in a conjunction with Venus. So Mercury in a conjunction with Venus is just lovely. They're on the same page. It's like the mind and the heart, the mind and the values come together and they're on the same page. But then as Mercury, who's in Taurus, of course, squares that Saturnian energy in Aquarius, this place where you maybe had to work a little bit harder, or you were feeling like someone was trying to suppress your good time over here on Saturday. As we're feeling this on Sunday, I think what it does is it brings the mind down and it says, hold on. The value in what I know, what I have to give, where I'm steady, what I have to share is what Saturn is asking of me here. Where am I steady? Where do I know this? Where do I have this ability? Where do I have this talent to share? And if I will focus in and ground down, I can really give it away in a way that ensures some long-term success for me. Not just long-term success out in the world, but long-term success for me here, because there's a journey between knowing what you can do intellectually and seeing how what you know how to do actually gives back to the people. So Saturn this day may be putting you under some tension. You know, if you're feeling like you're under the magnifying glass at work from people in positions of power or authority, maybe they're just asking you to show what you can really do this day. So meet the tension, meet that 911, take action right now square with I've got this. And if you don't have it, this is an indicator of where you can develop those skills. So I really think there's got an opportunity to be a week of some beautiful growth, some beautiful play meets beautiful discipline, which means there's freedom, there's sensuality, and there is just something really good growing in and under you that will support you later. All right, my beautiful friends, I hope you have a delicious week. I hope you're enjoying the YouTube Academy thus far, and I look forward to seeing you next week in the horoscopes, okay? Bye, everyone.